Okay. So I'm just gonna talk in Japanese briefly for the interpretation thing. 皆さん、
Okay.
こんばんは。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。今画面に映ってる通り、同時通訳機能が使えますので、右下の、地球のマークがついたのが通訳のアイコンになってますので、こちらで日本語を選んでいただけると、日本語の音が聞こえるようになります。で、もしもうまく聞こえない、もしくは何か問題がある場合はですね、今日オンラインホストをショーを見たにと書かれた人が、してますので、彼にチャットでメッセージを送ってください。そうすると対応ができますので。And also, in case if like at the Q&A time, if there are any people, like anyone asking questions in Japanese, you can also use the interpreter thing. You just have to choose the English button. So then you can actually hear the interpretation's voice. Okay?
Yeah.
Hey. Thank you.
Perfect. So, slowly, I'd like to kick it off as it's 1 minute past 6, and there's a lot to go through tonight. Well, so now, oops, that went too fast. Oh.
No worries.
Great. So welcome everyone so far, the people who made it on time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Hila Yamada from Japan Global Center, and I'm going to be your hosts. And again, if you have any problems about the online systematic problems, please message Show Mitani on chat board. Like, it would be amazing if you could send him a DM message. Okay, great. So let's get started. I don't have too much time. First of all, we all would like to thank Toyota Foundation, for supporting us and giving us an opportunity to get to this project together. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do it. So, and if anyone in here is interested in doing a new project or already doing it, like international project, which is about tackling the social issues, please check them out and you might get that good help from them. So thank you very much through the foundation. Thank you. So, sorry, somehow it's a very slow. Oh, yeah, perfect. So look at this. We conquered 5 continents tonight, and there are people from 16 different countries. Yay! Thanks so much, everyone. And by the way, it would be amazing if you could give some reaction with the buttons. You know, you got the reaction buttons like this, like clapping hands or like laughing, like out loud, those kind of things. So then we know that you guys are enjoying it. So, oh, brilliant. I can see that. Thanks so much. So how many? So 16 countries. Chile, Japan, Morocco, Paraguay, Taiwan, Tanzania, Thailand, UK, Germany, China, Mexico, Indonesia, Ecuador, United States, and Ghana. Wow. Bravo. We are so thrilled to have you all. Thank you very much. And then here is the agenda tonight. Just to let you know, as I've mentioned on the email, there's a networking session from 7:50, but this is not necessary to attend if you feel uncomfortable to talk to strangers. No worries, I get that. So yeah, when it comes to the time, we will let you know again about how it works, but no pressure at all. So now it's 6:05, so I'd like to give the baton to Corey, who is the person who started everything of the Power to Change. So Corey, are you ready?
Yes, Hi, everyone. It's a great pleasure to meet you all. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you here.
Okay,
And
Corey, sorry, just a moment, please.
go ahead, please.
Sorry, I found a problem with the interpretation. 通訳に設定してあげてる？すみません、日本人の方で、通訳聞こえてますかね？聞こえてない。聞こえました。あ、大丈夫ですか？ Okay, brilliant. Okay, Corey, sorry.
All right.
Please go
Okay.
ahead.
So we all technically ready. All right. So I like to begin the journey with what's going on in Asia. And if you allow me, let me use kind of a simple way to kind of guide us through the journey of how I got here. And then later, Saya is gonna share how together we got here.
Yeah.
And then when we got here together, then where are we going? And our hope with you today was the journey together for the next 2 hours, right? So let me go through myself first. I wanted to take you to the story that I went through, and it's a journey of feeling powerful when I started getting into the society, and then started feeling kind of meaningless and even feel powerless. And then back to the journey of, well, what do I have to be? So when I was going through school, we have this term of overeducated, right? We're trying to get overeducated, educated more than what we need. And that's a way for us to be powerful, to compete with other people. So I studied Doctor of Chiropractics, I study fashion design, and I study from the #1 school in the world for MBA business schools. And then after that, I was out and conquering. So I created a company from nothing to go public in Taiwan. And I started diversifying with all the business that I have. And that made me feel kind of powerful. But in that journey of keep pursuing ambitions and money, I started wonder, what is the meaning of this after you get it? And that's when I started losing my energy. I kind of started, don't understand, why am I here? But I have no idea the answer. Luckily, my second daughter, Puka, she was born, and she started share some lights about, maybe what life is. But it kind of brought me to look at the other things that existing in my surroundings, which is my own city. And this is city of Kaohsiung in Taiwan. And this is what it looked like a few years ago in November, the exact same time right now. And this is the first time I actually see my city that looked like this. Before, I never really cared. And I started asking these questions that, where should Puka live in the future? Do I want her to live here? Or what do I do? So I started thinking about, hey, maybe I can go back to Canada. I can take Puka there. I have families there. But it looked like you have to be a very good runner if you are in Canada. Or if you, maybe I can take Puka to UK because my wife is from there. So, but it looked like you need to be a very good swimmer if you want to go to UK. Then how about go to Australia? I have families. But it looks like you gotta be very good at rescuing koalas. I don't think I'm good at that. So when I started looking at this situation, and I started hearing the animals screaming, I was like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Like, then maybe I can stay near, right? I can go to my favorite country, Japan, right? But then I probably have to help each other out, trying to get people out of wreckages, right? Then maybe go to Indonesia. It's a place that I love, but this is the situation there. So with this kind of journey of asking this very small questions started helping me realize that there's something that I didn't see before in my life, but it exists all around. I kind of have this filter in my glasses that I just don't see any of this. And then that's when I started feeling very, very powerless, because it doesn't matter what I know or what I have done or the resources that I have, I don't think I can change any of this. And then I started digging in, well, what is the situation really around Asia? And the first thing I realized that we have almost 50% of carbon emission come from here. So we are the major region that's causing these issues. And then we have 41% of extreme poverty of people living here in Asia, just in our neighbors. So I started thinking, well, I can choose to go somewhere else and pretend not to see any of this. Or maybe I can stay and do something about it. And that's the part when I started to feel that I have to be. There's a certain me that I have to be. So I choose to make a decision with my heart, make an agreement and make a vow that I need to be strong and firm about this. And that took me to the journey of funding DOMI. And that took me to the journey of found the B Corp Asia movement. And then whatever ecosystem that's required for this change to happen in our own home. So this is how I got here. And it'll be great if you can leave why are you here? In the chats. And in this journey, I met these amazing people. So a few years back, I met Sakutip in Thailand. And then 3 years ago, Saya and I met. And last year, we had a conversation that, what do you think about all this? And it turns out with this small conversation, we all have the shared concerns. But what's very interesting is that we have totally different country issues that contribute to this result. And that's why we found that it's very, very important we have a team that we are able to understand and appreciate and embrace each other's difference to move forward. So please let me pass to Saya, and then Saya is gonna share what we did to form the team.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Saya. And let me talk about our team and how we met. Like somehow we met 3 years ago and Corey connects us the one. Just, Saku and me inspired him a lot, and we totally admire his passion and vision and ideas, everything, And 3 of us, we have experienced a lot, and I'm proud of 3 of us, how far we've come, and we overcome hard things. But, sometimes experience become barriers, boundaries. Yes, that's why we need youth, young, fresh power. So here is our team. And they can take away our barriers and our boundaries, because they have hope and no limit but sometimes they put boundary by stereotype. They feel like insignificant and no chance, no experience. It's not. You know, I want to tell you today we have students here. I'm so happy. Let's talk. And you know, our adults use is irresponsible, and this is a way we did. I just forced them to do that. It's not. And here is Hira. Yes, and Hira always connect us together. Hira always help us to create space for both sides and listen to each other. Without her, you know, we cannot talk sometimes. And I just put mafia picture, yeah. But you know, she's like angel mafia, no commission, you know, just give her whiskey or beer. That's perfect. And you know, so she always take a balance. It's sometimes hard to understand difference and different generations, but we have her, so this is our team, perfect team. Yeah. So pass to Corey.
Thank you, Saya. Was our attempt to understand when we come together, what could be our limitations, and our work together to trying to, you know, get past that limitation and to create infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
And this is our current team. And we know there's still a lot of things that we need to know about each other. There's a lot of imperfections in the team.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that we can continue to build together so that the team can be even stronger. And when the team came together, we kind of asked each other, well, where are we going? Now we have a team. Now we have a structure to break barriers, to create possibilities. Where are we going? And then we had this discussion of, this is the place. We made this choice of going into the mountaintop of climate justice. And to us, that means that we need to create a world that is sustainable and we are able to achieve net zero in a way that we're no longer just trying to destroy and pollute and cause death and then trying to repair it. We want to shift that mindset that we really protected and regenerated. And on the same time, we want to work together with our own hand to achieve this dream of equality and justice. So this is what we think, having these two things happening at the same time, not just sustainability, not just justice, but two pathways at the same time. So there are many people share our thoughts and we share their thoughts. And this is what's happening in Asia. And this is very, very encouraging to us that in very short period of time, out of 44 countries, we already have 7 countries committed to carbon neutral, to achieve net zero economies in Asia. And that's critical. And thanks to China, Japan, and South Korea, so that Taiwan was courageous enough to say us too, right? And that's what we need. This is the momentum that we see. And we're seeing this list growing very, very fast. And then the second thing is the investors. That we see investors are also asking and giving permissions to companies. Yes, you can do it now. And yes, you have my permission, but you need to give me your report. So I want to see how well you do it on your ESG if you want to continue to have my money. So this is something that we didn't have before, a very strong force in Asia with investors that this is happening. And then we have global leaders making sure when we execute ESGs, reminding everybody the reason we are here it's for S, to put S in the middle. So my interpretation of it is that the Earth doesn't need us for sustainability. They need us to go away. Sustainability will happen by itself. But our livelihood, our ecosystem, the koalas that we love, all these things need our work. And that's what S means to me. So I understand when I draw this mountain, there's tons of pathways to that mountaintop. And a lot of people in here already in that pathway. I'm the newcomer. And we wanted to share this one pathway that we uncovered last year when we started this journey together. And this angle of looking at it might share some other possibilities that we can work together and help each other to get to that mountaintop. And that is the perspective of looking at, can we reshape this climate action from a technical effort to cut emission and turn that into an approach that at the same time we can address human rights and social inequality. And this is the pathway that we saw, one of the pathways we see that can lead us to the mountain too. So we call that minus and plus, a very simple concept. And let me expand this some more. So for minus, it's the angle that not only we take the civic climate actions, but we use that opportunity to bring corporates to work with their customer to tackle what's in between them. And this particular category doesn't matter if you're B2C or B2B company, turn out to be the largest carbon emission for companies in the world, the largest category. And this category is called Scope 3 emission. And it's something called customer use. When consumer produce this product, when consumer use it, when corporate produce the product, consumer use it, this is the part where corporate generate the biggest carbon emission. For Scope 1, Scope 2, companies able to work on them themselves. By Scope 3, they need to partner with their customer. And this is where we see a pathway for that social collaboration to happen. And we can utilize that pathway to build a network of community of use, corporations, and customer to design engagement, to engage our society to take impact actions, small impact actions. And with that resource generated, this is the plus part, the justice, the social part that we can generate, is that we can go meet the real needs of people with that resource we generated between companies. That was something that was used up before, but now nobody, if we corporate and consumer collaborate, that resource will be released and we can use that resource to combine with the current solutions that many great organizations proposing to tackle these issues. We can work with them to meet the real needs. And with meeting the real needs, we can work together to come up with even iterated another version to really create a paradigm shift that's causing different countries issues. So let me give you an example after that concept. After we start implementing this concept in the real world and see how it works. So what we saw was something very, very small in our life, and everybody can be part of it, which is the paper invoice that's sent to us every month. And it turns out more than 70% of people and corporations are still using paper invoice. And this paper invoice is costing $25 billion a year. A month. And on the other hand, there's 2 billion families under poverty households. So if we to apply that model is with something straightforward like this, we can invite consumer and corporates to change from paper bill to e-invoice. That will save corporates tremendous money. Corporate can keep some of that money and then use these resources to help the poverty household on the right-hand side. And with this model, we calculated this $10.3 billion market that can be released of resource to tackle these issues. And let me show you the result. Together with corporations, we created this model with banks. It's right now saving $3.8 million a year for the issuers. And with youth and students, we went out and invite consumers. And there's 1.2 million people participating in this journey. And we went into 4,000 households to help them. So this is something that we discovered that we're so eager to share with you, that with a simple framework like that, we discovered there's so many things we can do that create wins for the family, wins for the corporate, wins for consumers, and win for the organization that does it. And right now, with this demonstration from financial industries, we have telecom industries, e-commerce industry coming in and start thinking about the ideas that they can do with their consumer. And then with Japan's help, later, our student team is gonna share, we're seeing additional poverty that we can tackle, the student poverties. So with that minus and plus, this is our definition for power to change, is that there are simple things we can take action in life. And with the involvement of corporation, we can turn that resource and we can all become one team to tackle the social issues together and become one of the contributors to the society shift. So with this, I want to pass to Socrates for our invitation to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining. So I'd like to share our hope. And our hope is to invite you all to join our journey of service and exploration together. A journey to serve each other's countries together. So join us in Bangkok in next February, Taiwan in May, and Japan in September. But what you can do right now, whether you are youth, academia, corporate, government, or anyone as a consumer, let's join the team and let's just do it together. So that's what our invitation to all of you in the rooms right now. Okay. And next, I would like to welcome you to meet amazing gangs that may change your thoughts about youth power. A small number of ages, but a very big heart and meaningful impact they created. May I welcome you to the show, Christina.
Thank you. Oh, nice introduction. Nice introduction. Thank you, Secretary.
So please.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, all right, here we go. Okay. So, well, hello, everybody. I'm one of the student team here. I'm from Malaysia. We come together today to share about a little bit about ourselves and also our concern for the world. Let me see. Wait a second. Oh, okay. All right. It's working. And we also would like to share the things that we want to overcome, such as issues, such as stereotype, purpose, challenges, to find out the answers, and lastly, why we determined to continue to go forward. So here I am I'm Christina from Malaysia. I'm currently leading Power to Change movement in Taiwan. And as you can see the pictures here, you roughly can understand why am I here. You can see lots of waste around it, right? So since I was a kid, I noticed wastes are surrounding us. So the perception is getting stronger and stronger when I grew up back home. From the time I joined work and travel program in the States, in the USA, up until I work as a pharmaceutical sales representative back home. I notice waste is around us. Even now, COVID-19 is still going on. We're still creating waste. Then I realized not only just amazing ideas that we made ourselves, we made our life more convenient, not only the innovations for good health and good being, but we humans still create waste 24/7. So I have this urgent feeling that I want to help to improve the issue, because this will bring serious consequences for myself and the people I care about and other beings on this Mother Earth. So I know that individual actions matter, starting from myself. So I change for myself. But by being zero waste practitioner, I start to affect more people around me. So I'm happy to do it, but I want to do more. So I constantly look for opportunities, look for new things to try, volunteer. So you can see, look for, maybe I look for advocacy until I discover that business is one important element to tackle the issue. This new approach opened up my worldview on doing something good for the environment and also gain profit at the same time. So that's me. And I would like to introduce you to the next speaker here, which is Yasu. Yasu.
Hi. So I'm Yasu from Japan. I'm currently leading the PTC Japan student team. The reason why I joined this project is that I noticed I have the possibility to suffer from poverty when I made a bank account before entering the university. When I received my account and checked my balance, I realized I definitely can live by myself. Also, I noticed university students have the possibility of suffering from poverty problem now or in the near future. But I don't know how to approach and where to start. So I decided to join here to study what poverty problem occur in and how I can improve these problems in Japan and other countries. But I felt hard to reach out to the invisible people. It's because in the poverty problem in Japan, many dimensions are piled up: the emotional sides, financial side, and the political side, and so forth. Also, in Japan, the stereotype thought that asking someone for help is a shame remain. Also, it weakens recently. Under this situation, we can get access where invisible people are easy. Also, I have butterfly in my stomach. I want to share our action in this year. Next, move on.
Hi, my name is Muwan, and I'm from Thailand. And I am the student leader in the Thailand movement sector. I currently work as an industrial designer. And I guess my start in this journey is from my mother, who is pictured in the left-hand corner. And she's a brand consultant who is very passionate about sustainability. And because she raised me, I grew up learning that, passion and creativity could be put to good use. And I see her work, I see her train people, I see her succeed in creating better business for the country. So I look for things in a similar path that I enjoy doing that can make a difference. And I found design to be my methods. And on top of that, I am currently in school for biomimicry. And I joined this program to learn about how to make a difference because almost immediately, I think the first thing you learn is there's a huge difference between caring about something and taking action for it. Because I remember my favorite story to tell is when I was 8 or 9, being taught about global warming for the first time. And then the next day having to sit in the car that I know is burning fossil fuel just to get to school, to get my education, and then to come home. And that loop is the trigger that put me on this journey today.
So let's show how 3 countries have taken action in this year. So first, I will introduce Japan team action. So next, please. Yeah. So first, we started from 0 about the team and this movement. So also, due to the difference in context with Taiwan and Thailand, we have to think of alternative idea, both minus part and plus part. And we are struggling to find what poverty problem exists, the way we tackle and which corporation we cooperate with to make funds from their waste. This year, we researched what poverty problem exists in Japan, and we reach out to study student poverty. Now we want to focus on that. So next, please. Yeah. So let me tell you about a little bit our research. The first, 1/7 of children and 1/2 of single-parent household suffer from financial poverty in Japan. Also, households' income of less than 2 million are considered poverty in Japan. Almost these people can maintain their life by themselves, so they receive the grants and the subsidiary aids from the governments. And due to the pandemic and the recession, these poverty problems are becoming more visible. For example, becoming homeless people and being fired and the dropping out of school. The government has provided aid for them against this problem, and their life has effectively improved their finance situation and their living condition. However, I don't think we can solve poverty problem in Japan. There remain invisible poverty problem compared with visible poverty. The judging criteria for government grants and the subsidiary aid are mainly current income or life condition. But some have the possibility of becoming visible poverty soon because government reject their requirement even if they want to receive them. We realize that and define their situation as invisible poverty. For example, 1/5 of students use student loan to pay tuition. Furthermore, 18% of students are worried about whether they can be debt-free after graduation. And 40% of students are worried about their living expense or their financial situation now. Also, their parents' income rotates from 2 to 5 million, and it is difficult for them to receive grants, and they have the possibility of not maintaining their life in the near future. Furthermore, we anticipate the number of them will increase because of stagflation in Japan. We continue to research how students are struggling. Also, in this year, we did the research not only using statistics and reference, but also interviewing and visiting people who tackle to improve poverty problem in Japan. For example, we visit a social worker who supports homeless people, meet a lady who supports young immigrants, and so forth. Although poverty problem are used as a topic in same lecture and talk session in Japan, many Japanese think poverty is a very far matter. But the number of those who suffer from poverty is increasing now, especially invisible people. And we need to discuss these issues to prevail in a more explicit Minds Plus model and Power to Change movement. So Japan team want to meet more students and enterprises.
Right. Thank you, Yasu, for sharing the part where we don't want to feel insignificant. And I believe nobody does. We, as youth, we actually have a few advantages on hand. We have time. We have the opportunity to experience mistakes. So, yeah, I mean, we don't want to feel insignificant. So we go try do something else. We do research, we find out the issues, what is really going on in Japan, in Thailand, in Taiwan, in anywhere else, as long as we have students there, as long as we have people who would like to make a change in their environment. So we know the problem and we are here to take action, to understand more about the issue through research. We are here to break down the stereotype, to break down those barriers, those challenges. And next, we want to find out ways about, how to make people to uncover their own purpose, to find out ways how to be more stronger, to work for our own purpose, work towards the purpose. So we have been looking many different directions. Wait a second. Yeah, we have been looking many different directions, different ways to help the society to interact with the people from different backgrounds. And in order to do that, we need to, understand ourselves as well, so that we can help people to shift their mindset. So in the past year, we, to work towards the purpose, we try different approach internally and externally. We work on ourselves as well. So in this slide, I'd like to show how do we do it internally. So we try different approaches to make structures for the movement team, to make it more organized. As you can see we have an organizational structure there. So it's more organized so that everybody in the team have their own allocated tasks to work on different roles and pushing the movement at the same time. To get our hands on to work on practical matters before we become working adults, before we head into society. And aside from that, we also organize routine meetings to make people feel more disciplined, to train them to be more disciplined, because they are requested to update the ongoing every month. Hence, this creates a sense of responsibility among youth. And in the meantime, we also created movement guidebook to make our work, our previous work, what we are doing now in 3 countries, more clear, more concise for the newcomers, so that the newcomers can actually reduce the learning curve. They don't need to waste so much time to make errors and try and errors again, but use those time to inspire them to do more approaches so that they can try other things after us. So we are actually shifting the mindset among the team, among ourselves, to be more willing to try in life and not to be afraid to take an extra step while working towards our goal, working towards our purpose. So the next slide here, is talking about externally. So externally speaking here, as you can see the picture here, we do a lot of events, right? We went for cleanup at the beach, site visit, university roadshow, tree planting, such and such. So this youth action, this is actually all organized by us past year, 1 year. And this youth are all organized by youth. So our action actually shift the mindset of people who participate our activities as well. So to know that they are not alone out there, to let them know that they are not small because they want to be part of the change. And by joining our event, to make them to be more brave on stepping out to make changes in their own environment. So in the meantime, event organizing also grows personal development among the movement team as well. It's not just ask them to, be brave to take another step, not just like that, but also international project management, leadership, all sorts of things, skill set development. And this kind of thing is hard to learn at class. You won't get this at class. This movement actually, it changed, it inspired us to want to do more and inspire the people around us who would like to join. And next, I would like to pass to Muan to talk about finding answers. Muan?
Of course, thank you. So this is coming from a team that is younger than the Taiwanese team because we just started a year ago. But we have the privilege of carry over the purpose that has been established by the Taiwanese team. So the next step is to find the answer and the solutions. Because the first step is always the most challenging in taking any action, because with purpose, we have the what, and it's time for us to figuring out the how. We could go to the next slide. So that started by just having 3 teams and all the students to, come in one place, talk together, sharing the experience, and kind of understand and realign what our purpose is, what our goal is, and how are those different country to country. If you can go to the next slide. So for example, in Thailand, because we started in the midst of COVID and with a lot of restriction, majority of our engagement has to be done online. But we managed to put together a bi-weekly talk series that we hold on our Facebook page. We have a smaller kind of short-term engagement on our Instagram where we celebrate a bunch of nature days and quoting important quotes from international and national conservationists that we think are worth sharing. And all of these we are able to complete in a surprisingly fast pace because we receive a lot of guidance and mentorship from the Taiwanese team. So if we go to the next slide, we could see the example of a much more extensive version of the talk series and the kind of engagement we are able to use as an example to kind of help us get our first step in. And that mentorship definitely help us overcome many of the challenge that we go through, because all of the things that we struggle with, the Taiwanese team have struggled with and has overcome. But that does not mean that they have a cure-all and that our journey is easy, because the Taiwanese team has gone through it before. Contextually, Thailand is different from Taiwan and Japan, and our challenges, our timing is reflected upon that. But the ability to have a mentor and the experience of an established team has been a great saving grace for all of us. Next slide. Well, we also had a chance to gather a lot of students from all over the world to share a message. And I think we don't have time to watch the video, but I'd like to leave you with the message of why youth action and the journey from laying down the foundation, having the research, having that knowledge, defining the purpose, having a compass in your journey and taking that first step, and why all of us younger generation feel the strong urge to do it. Because we believe that our work is important and we want more and more people to join us in this journey. That's what we believe in, and we feel like we have no other option but to make it work, because it is for our future and yours as well. So for anyone who wants to join us or want to learn more, feel free to contact us with these emails below.
All right. Thanks so much, guys, for the very powerful messages. And we'd like to go for the Q&A, but unfortunately we don't have 15 minutes, so I'd like to get like 1 or maybe 2 questions. So is there anyone who'd like to ask questions? If you have questions, like, you can actually raise your hands or like speak up. Seems like people are a bit shy tonight. So if you don't have a question, then we have a question. We always have a question. So Corey, can you go to the next page, please? So if we may hear, what is the reason that drive you here? Can you actually write the answer to the chat, please? What is the reason that drove you here? Any answers? Wow, people even shy on the messages.
Let's give it time. Want to know about policy change? And my friends harassed me to come.
It's me.
Can someone translate the Japanese?
That shows no, he's just asking the same question in Japanese, so.
Social workers.
Yeah. Wanted to hear about the progress of the program. Well, thank you. Love the concept of power to change. Amazing. That's lovely.
Sawadika, Kun Cholati, welcome, Naka. If you even you are new here.
Yeah. Curious to know
It's
more
from
about
Thailand.
this.
I know the name. Yeah, I recognize it. A very long name. It's from Thailand for sure.
Sawadika.
Sawadika.
Yeah, actually,
sense.
I'm not young. I'm a teacher in a university.
That's nice.
Oh, really?
Thank
Welcome,
you for joining us.
But the thing is that I am a teacher. I just want to know how can the project engage youngers to join and have the mindset about to sustainability for our world.
Wow.
So that I can adapt the techniques for my students. That's what I enjoy today.
Nice to meet you, Ka. Where are you from, by the way? University?
Mahasarakham University.
Oh, Sawadika in the northeastern. Actually, I'm here in Mahasarakham province today.
Oh,
Really? Amazing.
Oh,
Okay, by the way,
yeah,
just
the thing
something.
is that I got an email. It's straight email to me, but so I just read. Feel interesting for me. So okay, that's why I joined today, and
Thank you.
I found that very powerful team, and yeah, encourage people. Actually, it's me. very much. I
Oh,
will do
very nice.
enjoy the team as well. I think many teachers and students here want to do the same as everyone that join the program today as well. So in the future, if you have some more students or people to join us more, yeah, I can be one of that who can connect them
nice
to the
ค่ะ
project ครับขอบคุณครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ Never know each other in person but very nice to meet you here. Thank you ค่ะ
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for writing all your reasons there. There is some varieties over here and we really enjoy reading it. So if you still have some reason to write, please continue. But in the same time, we'd like to have a little bit of break. And before that, is it okay to take a photo all of us together? Because some of the people leaving around here. So before that, it's nice to capture everyone. Corey, do you mind stopping the sharing so then we can have everyone's face on the screen?
Sure.
Brilliant. And if you don't mind putting your beautiful face on the screen, that will be amazing. Oh, hello guys. Wow, that's so nice. Hey. Oh,
สวัสดี
so
ค่ะ
lovely. Hi. So just try to keep your smile on because there are a few pages. Yeah. Just try to hold like that, okay?
For 3 minutes.
Well, 3 minutes.
just
Hey,
a second.
Kino.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, Kino.
Just
Corey,
like,
how are you?
Nice to see you here.
so Sherry's taking photos right now. So keep your smile on, keep your smile on. He will let us know if he finished. All right, you can do it. Everyone looks very beautiful. Nice, okay.
Keep holding.
Okay, cool. That's it. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a great first half. And
It's not finished yet, right?
no, not yet, okay. Please come back.
Please don't leave.
Please come back at 7:05. Okay, please come back at 7:05. And until then, just relax, have some tea, and we'll see you at 7:05. And during the break time, we're going to put the video that we couldn't show you at the students' presentation. So you can also enjoy that.
In 7 minutes, we can come back here, right?
Yeah, in 7
Okay.
minutes. So
7 minutes.
yeah, see you later, guys. See you in a bit.
Yes.
And
Okay,
you
see
also
you.
enjoy the video. We want to try to share. Enjoy. The sound.
Our students
yeah.
from Taiwan,
日本
Thailand,
Thailand
Malaysia,
Indonesia.
India,
the USA,
St. Vincent and the Grenadines,
Belize,
Paraguay,
and Haiti.
we are concerned about our future. Climate change issue is getting out of hand.
and social disparity is worsened by COVID-19. We are all fighting these.
And now we see a future that youth around the world collaborate and work with corporates to create solution with public to act now.
And I'm joining Power Change because overconsumption is a huge problem in our world. And Power Change is helping us to address that huge problem.
Participate of this program because I think it's an opportunity to give my own grain of sand. I believe that if everyone could participate, it will be a huge impact in the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions. But most importantly, it will raise awareness of the effects our actions have in the environment.
I want to contribute more for the earth, and I think this program has a creative way to reduce paper waste and use the resources to help other people as well as the environment. If everyone could join this program, it will be a huge collective effort to drive positive change for the earth. I support Power to Change because we need to work together on climate action, and every little effort that we make will have impact to the world.
I support Power to Change because energy is essential for human development.
I support Power Change because I truly believe if we all do our part, we really do have the power to change the world.
I support Power to Change because I want to make this place a better world.
I support Power to Change because I think that this whole process is going to be very worth it, that every little action of us can make a big impact to the world, as small steps can make a big difference.
We are students from
Taiwan,
Nihon,
Thailand,
Malaysia,
Indonesia,
India,
The USA,
St. Vincent and the Grenadines,
Belize,
Paraguay, and
Haiti.
We are concerned about our future. Climate change issue is getting out of hand.
and social disparity is worsened by COVID-19. We are all fighting this.
and now we see a future that youth around the world collaborate and work with corporates to create solution with public to act now.
And I'm drawing Power Change because overconsumption is a huge problem in our world. And Power Change is helping us to address that huge problem.
Participate of this program because I think it's an opportunity to give my own reaction. I believe that if everyone could participate, it will be a huge impact in the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions. But most importantly, it will raise awareness of the effects our actions have in the environment.
I want to contribute more for the earth, and I think this program has a creative way to reduce paper bill waste and use the resources to help other people as well as the environment. If everyone could join this program, it will be a huge collective effort to drive positive change for the earth. I support Power to Change because we need to work together on climate action, and every little effort that we make will have impact to the world.
I support Power to Change because energy is essential for human development.
I support Power Change because I truly believe if we all do our part, we really do have the power to change the world.
I support Power to Change because I want to make this place a better world.
I support Power to Change because I think that this whole process is going to be very worth it, that every little action of us can make a big impact to the world, as small steps can make a big difference.
All right, 2 minutes.
Have snacks, everyone, and drinks.
I miss my beer.
So now Japan 7 and Taiwan.
Taiwan 6, and in Thailand is 5.
4. Still, hard.
5, 6, 7, yeah.
And we have a lot of people from different countries.
Yeah, exactly. So we have to count like
Yeah.
6.
So in the morning, first from
someone's
morning.
very early in the morning.
That's true.
So we have to go by minutes.
Definitely.
Yes.
From the morning to the night. Someone might be in a very early morning.
So we can tell like morning and hi and good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, this is Hila. always sleeping like this while she's
Not
walking.
not always, not always.
Always.
Sometimes. Okay, guys, welcome back. It's 7:05 now. Before starting the second half, I'd like to ask you one thing. If you haven't registered to join this event, please register so then we know who actually joined our events. And that will be really powerful cheer for us in the end to see like who actually came here to support us. So yeah, here's a QR code. You can read it and then register it. So let's move on to the panel discussion. Please welcome those three, who is Corey, Sakun, and Saya. You guys ready?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yes.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Everyone ready in the room?
Is everyone ready?
Yeah, just listen up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great, Christina. Thank you very much, guys, for giving the thumbs up. Great. So just to start with, now, like I think lots of people here knows Corey very well, but yet like maybe some of you are thinking like, who is Sakun and Saya actually? So ladies, can you actually introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Let's start with me. Thank you, Kira.
Pleasure.
Yeah, so hello. Yeah. Skuntip from Thailand. That's my full name actually, but my JTT friends call me Saku. My Thai friends call me Bo. Okay, whatever you like to call me. So such an honor to be here and be part of the wonderful movement. I like to express my appreciation to Toyota Foundations that allow us to be here together, and the DOMI Global Center and all of you today in this room. Whatever organization, roles, and positions you have, but as a person that want to, be a part of to change a world a better place. Thank you so much that contribute your time to be here. Arigato. Thank you. Anyway. So my quick introduction, I started my social enterprise journey since 2011. Actually, it's 10 years already. From a CSR promoter at the Stock Exchange of Thailand. That's where I met social enterprise concept. That's very attracted to me, and that made me ask myself. Yeah, that's make me ask myself about why and what reasons I was born. Yeah, that's it's quite very deep questions, and it's quite clear to my mission in my profession that I like to serve the others or do what the world really needs, not just only being an employee and doing a good job. Okay, so that's where that I took a huge courage to change in my career. From a very secure and reputed organization from the Stock Exchange of Thailand, and I thought that's something uncertain but meaningful. That's where the night story began. As NICE and ISE network of impact social enterprise, get back 10 years ago in Thailand. It's very new. And we believe in our social enterprise model. And I like to dedicate my profession, my time, my resources to make social enterprise be aware in Thailand at that time. And after that, we learned the magic power of social enterprise. We are becoming, surrounded with like-minded people. You can continue my slide. And become a social impact movement after that. With the partner, a great partner from Social Value International, Dr. Adam, and B Corp Asia. Next slide. And I want to, especially give my deepest and sincere thank you to Corey. Corey, thank you so much that empower and help us to the next level. Not just only we met in a B Corp. So I made the long story short from 2011 until now, not just only B Corp label that we achieved together, but Corey and Saya wanna live the world of magic and the magic of small people that we can make the world a better place. So this where Power to Change of JTT, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand story begins in this year. And it's just only begin with these 3 countries. But I believe that we need 100 more to join us. So this is my introduction, a short introduction, because he give me only 2 minutes. Is it okay?
Sorry about that, Saku.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice to meet all of you. Yeah, and I like to pass my show to Saya.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Saya. I'm a human. CEO is just one of my identity. Yes, and CEO of Global Center and representative of youth and women, I would say. And I'm so passionate about encourage people, young people, and bringing fresh air to the company and society in Japan. Here, yes. And what we do is empowering youth and celebrate the way they are. Today we have students from 16 countries. I'm so happy, lack of diversity is one of the biggest problems in Japan. So we need you all, your ideas. And the Global Center itself, Saku is the same, like 10 years. Yay! And we try to updating education system, collaborating with local enterprise, and encourage students to be independent thinkers. And even, you can see the picture. We invite drag queen for student who is learning what LGBTQ, we can ask directly. Yes, that's what we're doing now. And yes, this is my journey. I met Corey. That's why I just began this journey, Power to Change. And let's go back to 2019. I was in Brazil and I attended the conference and I learned about B Corp movement. I didn't know about that. Then, what's going on? And I'm super curious. And who is leading this movement in Asia? And Thomas, right, Corey? Yes. Thomas told me, Corey, then next month I fly to Taiwan and I met him. This is a picture. And he welcomed me, even I don't know anything. I didn't know anything, but this is the beginning, starting point, our journey. And I believe that people change by people. And next slide. So students, remember that I have no experience and no knowledge, but I collaborate with him because he creates space to collaborate. And everything starts from small question, curious, be curious, stay curious. No need to have experience. That's not matter at all. So Corey, he asked himself, when he has a girl to go, where should she live? And he realized he need to change. He transformed himself before he transformed the system. And Taku, she met a girl lying on the street, and she always asking herself deep question. All of us are born for a reason, and why and what for myself. Why am I born? And the last one is my story. I met homeless people in London actually, and I was on the way to fancy breakfast 20 pounds I have. It was the last day and I was struggling a lot. Like I gave him 20 pounds, but I guess it was for my satisfaction. It doesn't any help, right? Then that's got me thinking a lot. Maybe we need to focus, approach the system, and maybe I can approach from the education, or it takes time. So, what the true health meaning is my question. And as Yasu told you guys, 1 in 7 is struggling a lot, poverty problem in Japan. Yes. 次お願いします. Yes. So, like, could you put yourself in their shoes? Like single mother, invisible youth. Like you can just close your eyes and just imagine how they feel. And even we don't see them right now, but they exist in the world. So I wanna ask again. Next slide, please. What is your small question? What is this? It's okay. No need to be like deep question like Saku. So it's important, talking with your friend and your family always maybe get you thinking a lot in daily life. That's important. That's the beginning of your journey. So example, maybe, why we here, just Hila asked you and you already answered. And how do we learn together for future? This is my question, example. But just let us know your question later.
Yeah, definitely. We'll ask you guys later. So please keep this in your heads. Thank you, Sayan and Saku. So now you know who we're here. I mean,
sorry, 2 minutes. I just over.
No, Saya, it's all right. I knew it was going to happen. So, but I believe that the people in this room, everyone is committed to bring a climate justice to the world. So I just want you three to share what is actually going on. What's the situation in your country regarding to the climate actions? So maybe Corey, can you start from you?
Sure.
As you're very silent in the last 10 minutes.
No, maybe I can bring some context of what's going on in Taiwan, and that could be something that we can echo to or compare to. And what was very interesting that we actually, when I first started this journey, we were still trying to figure out where we're going. We have no idea, and there was not much conversation about this. We have only about 3-4% of people have a concept of social innovation or social enterprise in the economy. And fast forward to just this couple of months, when after Japan, Korea, and China announced their commitment to net zero, what was interesting is that we went through a very fast pace to make this commitment. And then the president actually announced why we're doing this. There's a climate emergency. It's an international trend. And 56-7% of our GDP rely on exports. So we need to do well, otherwise we're gonna impact to the world. That's one. The other reason is that if we don't do well, people might not buy from us, right? That's two. And what we found as a society was that we found something that was very, very encouraging. So the fourth strategy that the Taiwanese government proposed was 1, energy transition, industrial transition, lifestyle transition. But the last one kind of boggled my mind. Something called social transition. And this is directly coming from President's presentation, okay? I didn't make this presentation. My wife is like, where did you get that presentation? I said, I got it from the president, all right? And what she says is that we need to build social support system. It's a transition of just, it's a transition of civil engagement. And most importantly, what's in the middle is that we're going to leave no one behind. And that is a big surprise that I did not expect from where I am. And that gave me a lot of encouragement that we can collaborate in the country. At least now there's more legitimacy and there's a general direction of where we're going. So that's the kind of the overall sentiment now. And then let's go out one level down and look at corporates. So with that announcement, now we have all the public companies, and then the Security Exchange Commission started demanding, well, you need to do your carbon calculations. And then it's actually very, very clear deadlines that when do you need to disclose? When do you need to show us a roadmap of how you get to zero? And this is great, but I think you can see something is missing. The social part is not here. So on the national level, we talked about this, but when we get to the corporate level, it's not there. Something got lost in the translation. And that's what we are aiming to work on, is that corporate listen to one person. Well, there's a few other people they listen to, but the first person they listen to is the customer. So if we can bring the customers, and now corporate has this pathway of getting to net zero, can customer come in and work on this to let corporate know, we want to work with you and we want to use this resource to support any other unjust issue that's happening, then we have a new potential. So that's kind of something that I have to say happened maybe the last 9 months. You know, before we were still waiting and waiting and waiting, but this is encouraging and there's work to do. It's not done. And it's something that we need to realize together. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Corey. Maybe let's pass to Saku. How was it in Thailand?
Yeah, thank you, Corey, to open my eyes on Taiwan side. Yeah, I like to share one that because I'm joining Power to Change program. It's I believe that everyone aware of climate change, aware of the problem that we're going to face in the next 10 years, for example. But because of joining Power to Change program, it keeps my eyes open even more. It's light up my fire even more to be part of the solution, not just a part of a problem right now that we just a consumer and we consume every day, right? To give you all very short and chalk information from Thailand, I like to share you okay, this slide is fine. Bangkok is established only 1.5. Bangkok is capital city of Thailand, is established only 1.5 above current sea levels. And sea levels are rising every year, approximately 4 millimeters. So it's closer every year, right? And but what makes Bangkok even worse is that it is sink very fast. It's about 25 millimeters, 2.5 centimeters yearly. Yeah, it's crazy. In my home, everyone in my family stay in Bangkok. And just like Corey says, we supposed to stay, right? And not just only the sinking issues, but it will, but this will bring huge problems to our major people in Thailand. I'm talking about farmers. I'm talking about farmers in agriculture sectors, because it's the heart of Bangkok. It's the heart of Thailand. Around 30% of our workforce, 60 million people, covering 6.5 million households. It's about 1/3 of all households in Thailand is from farmers. And this agriculture will gonna face a very huge impact from climate change. Even in terms of economy, in this agriculture sectors is account only 10%. Okay, but you know what? Thailand is the second largest exporter of rice in Asia. We eat rice every day, and in Asia and also maybe in around the world consume rice that produced here from our farmer. And in the agriculture sectors, we use 70% of total water supply. We use a lot of water, but as a result of climate change, they are right now currently facing with the worst drought in the previous 40 years, and also a huge flooding in every year as well. So this situation that uncertainty, unpredictable, that they facing for a god. I'm talking to the farmer. They play for a god that what's it gonna be in this year, because they already invest their money to produce a rice to give it to us every year. So this will inevitably hurt farmers if they cannot produce, and those farmers 40% of farmers, they are living under poverty lines, and a huge ongoing debt, more than 10 years that they have been debt on their own. And it's very surprising me that it's 1 million debt for a farmer kind of thing. So so we still have good news. Okay, I'll tell you a good news. Even we have number 8 ranking in the extremely risk category, number 8 risk. However, we still, good news that I'm showing you that we have a national plan already. We target and we want just about 20%, reduction from energy sector. This is the major portion of carbon emission, agricultures, and also industrial process and product use in the factory, in the industrial thing, and also in the waste. So you can see who the stakeholders that should be in this journey together. It's not just only the people that create the national plan, but actually it's all of us that contribute to these reductions. So my question is, and I like to share with all of you that how can we make this number and this nice roadmap in the realities? Because many times we have a good roadmap and very nice target of the number, but as Corey said, that how can we involve stakeholder, how can we involve small person, how can we involve farmer, SMEs, and youth to be a part of this roadmap? This is what I'm question, and I would like to bring up to the table, and I'm asking for all of you, because we have SMEs, a lot of SME, and a lot of people that still left behind on this journey. So this is all the reasons that I truly believe that power to change model is very crucial, that is the bridge between where youth can voice and show their power to protect the world, where everyone as a consumer can be a part of. And you know what, it is become the feeling of interconnected and interdependency. It rise every day, and how can I respond for the farmer that right now alone they're facing the injustice, the climate justice kind of thing. So this is all the situations in Thailand. I'll you to give the overview. Thank you.
Thanks, Saku. Okay, it's very, very interesting. Some of the things that I didn't really know. So lastly, Saya, can you share the situation in Japan, please?
Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, Hira-chan.
Please.
I try. And yes, about Saku, interconnected and inclusion. It's very important for us as well. And yeah, first of all, you can see that it's very honored to won this prize. This is what Japanese government use money for. So this is a situation, and we need to be aware, not only Japan, what kind of impact we deliver to the world and the future. The next slide, please. And you know, this is our ranking SDGs. In OECD 19th, it's quite high. But what do you think you feels about this? This is a surface level change, I guess. Some people already satisfied with the result and wearing the badge, but I would say don't trust them. Just wearing badge is doesn't help anything. We need action. And next page, please. And why, you know, this kind of thing happen is lack of diversity. So climate justice and poverty problem, other problem as well, social issue, everything like, you know, existing lack of diversity causes various problems. And how can young people have hope to the society lack of diversity? At least I can't. Next to us, he is former CEO and he is supporting us and do respect him. And most of them is very nice, but you know, we need more diverse and youth. Yeah, the last slide, please. And this is the news. Today, my intern, Sho Mitani-kun, told me, hey, Saya-san, look at this. And I was surprised. She won the prize, but you know, she fight for hope poverty. And maybe you can have a look her video, just 3 minutes. So, and what she said in her speech is she found a hope in one city mayor who yelled at the members who were sleeping, and shame on you. And also asked if it's too much of her asking those politicians to have some standard manner. You know, this is teenager and she got prize with this. I'm so embarrassing, and I really want to be a person who can have, who can deliver hope, and I want to create society young people can have hope with you guys. Yes, that's why we need you. Yes.
All right, thank you guys. Yeah, it is a very embarrassing news to receive today, which was literally today. There are a few questions, but anyway, time is limiting. So I'd like to ask you three, with all this like life-threatened futures that you shared, I think it is crucial for Asia to get united and working together. And for that, what kind of possibility have you found through like last 1 year, working together as 3 countries? What kind of hope or like possibility do you see for Asia to get united and work on a climate justice?
Go ahead, guys. Maybe you go first. It's
All right,
a tough
Saku.
question. I need time to think.
So, what a hope, right? Hila,
Mm.
to joining here, right? Yeah. So, supposed to be me, right?
You talked, you go.
Yeah, hope, or like, you know, kind of key, you know, what would be the important elements, you know, for Asian countries to, you know, co-work together?
Okay, right. Yeah, I like to share. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect one. Yeah. So this is what I'm see when joining the power to change is the we learn each other. Yeah, we learn each other in 3 countries. Yeah, and you know, it's just like I said that it's eye-opening for me that wow, it's, you know, the something we know, something we know that we don't know, so we learn from each other. But when we are together, we recognize so many things that we don't know each other. Yep. So it is the hope that we join together and share together, and we can learn for the new thing that we still can create. Whatever you call social innovation, the collaborations, the initiative to still hope to fight against the climate situation. Even we have very less, but joining together, I don't know what happened, but it's bring us the lamb of possibilities. And it is not just only, you know, dilemma, but it's evidence. It's create us the evidence that with the great passion, with the good purpose, with the right purpose, we can bring it can bring us to link and then connect with the collaborators. We met with Muwan, we met with Sandy. No boss, no, you know, employee, but everyone join hands together. No position, but we have a same purpose that we like to be a part of the solution. And so that's the pioneer partnership in Thailand that I can see the possibility and the hope for Asia that we can join together. And with that power to change, I started to, you know, talk and started to sharing this story with corporations. Some corporations supposed to be in this room as well, you know, have been amazing with our story, and yeah, they would like to be a part of it as well. Universities, Ajahn Cholati that just left from the room, but I don't know him before, but he's joining us. Yes, and all this will open the space for youth, because this is what the missing piece that left over right now. So we being reused and everyone as a consumer. So in this year, we can feel the heart and spirit of JTT and to bring to the Asia, to unite the Asia and the world. Yeah, that's what the power of interconnected and interdependency of us.
Thank you, Saku. That was beautiful.
Can I share my idea? It's connected to Saku. What she say is
Probably the last one is harder.
Yeah.
Now I'm regretting it. I'm regretting it now.
The first one.
I'm going first.
Later,
Corey. I will pass to you later. Make it short. Like, yeah, create space with all of you. Then today we have guests from 16 countries, students. That's never happened before, only us, you know. And I told you our problem, one of the biggest problem is lack of diversity. We need more, you know, various perspective, and we see the things more, you know, many angles. Then finally we can capture the problem. And also for me, you know, from Corey, actually, before I thought like I'm behind, I feel I'm insignificant because you know, climate change and poverty problem is too complicated for me, and I'm not expert, so I can't like that. But you know, even no experience, no knowledge, I have you guys, and today I know some expert attending and from academia, so no need to do everything by myself, only by my organization. That's why very important to collaborate. That's my hope. And I want to tell youth, students, you can be anything, you can be the leader, because you know our team collaborate. Hira connect us together. She is mediator, and we try to open space to listen student team voice. It was sometimes dragging a lot, takes time to understand, but it's all the process is needed, and I'm so happy working on this project together. And yeah, so pass to Corey.
Ouch. Okay.
Ouch.
All right. Okay. I think for me, one is that respecting, you know, Asia is a very diverse as it is, all the different continents, that we all have very, very different cultures. Individually, as a person, we have very different journeys. But to be able to walk towards the same direction and recognize each other's existing point of views, concerns, and might be the same concern, but different source. Even understanding that source, I feel that we can get closer to the problem that is potentially was the barrier that exists before. And that's what we found out this journey is that we listen to each other. And whenever somebody says something, we're trying to think and we're trying to adopt. And that created the possibility that we can work for each other, not work individually. So all of us can support Japan. All of us can support Ghana. All of us can support Tanzania, because we're not working alone and we are trying to embrace each other's issues. And it's only when we know the issues, then like Muwang said, we can ask the question that what can we design around it, right? And then the second thing, I think, is this thing of being each other's power of second. So when maybe somebody in this room and say, this is something I care about, and somebody in the room will echo that care. And with that echoing, we are actually supporting each other, and we can take steps forward together. So, you know, when Saya came to Taiwan and she said she wants to do this for Japan, I say, okay. and then we worked on it. And, you know, it's like, you know, what's going on with Taiwan, that when the teams, the student teams, and or a new person that came in and say, well, it didn't work, this didn't work before, maybe let's try something else. And then come up with the idea, and we do it. Not because this idea is smart, or is this, it works or it doesn't work. It's because something that we didn't do before. And what we have done before might not take us there. So let's be each other's second and do it. And maybe we can find something that works for few other more countries in the world. And then that country may find something that's okay for a few other countries in the world. So we are all here to kind of drive down each other's learning curve. All right, thank you.
Thanks so much. Wow, that was very nice. I mean, I'm almost like crying there. But this is something that I'm also learning through this journey because, oh, guys, I'm telling you, it's not easy at all. Sometimes it's painy, you know, everywhere. But to make the change happen, I think this pain is necessary. And all we need is that the respect, as Corey said, and also to be able to listen to each other and actually learning from each other. So that is definitely the most beautiful thing from this project that I got. So time ticking again. And just to finish this panel discussion, Corey, again, back to you. I'm not bullying you, but in 10 years, like after 10 years, okay, after 10 years, where would you like to be with this project, PTC, Pod to Change? What kind of view do you want to see 10 years after?
We get to the mountaintop. I think that's already enough time.
Okay, top of the mountain.
I think there's already enough time that we can do it. And in Asia, we're able to do our part for the world. And we are also able to, you know, like I have 3 daughters and they love Japan. And I like them to go there and feel the same equality of other places. So those are the things. And 10 years enough. It's really enough for us to do it.
Cool. Thank you. Let's make it happen, like with everyone in this room. So before even I mentioned about the Q&A, someone is raising his hand up. And if I'm correct, right, Roiki?
Hi, Hila.
Hi. Sorry. Yeah, off you go. I think you might be the last
my hand
even
because-
person to ask the question,
Okay.
but yeah, please.
Yeah, I have an online meeting after this, so I raise my hand because I need to say this to you guys. So first of all, my name is Roika Timothy from Jakarta, representing my company GKK Consulting in Indonesia. Well, I am so inspired by Power to Change by you guys. Based on your initial presentation before, I thank you for what you've done, what you are doing, and what you are planning to do next. And I respect all the actions you take to help our Mother Earth, our life to even be better, healthier, so on. And I'm not an environmental activist, but I'm fully concerned about what is really happening right now in our society. So I'm willing to learn and to know what can I contribute to help people and our Earth. But I'm curious, first of all, I'm going to ask you something. I'm curious, during this pandemic, what is your most impactful program that really hits hard in the last 2 years? Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe from Yatsu's Muan or Christina.
Can I have the question again? Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I'm curious, during this pandemic, what is your most impactful program that really hit hard in the last 2 years?
The biggest problem?
No, your
Programs.
Yeah.
As
Thank you.
in like the most
Effective.
impactful thing that we've done.
Yes, yeah. When it comes to result, probably, or when it comes to the engagement of your team, because what you've done, you make your team more engagement, or maybe when it comes to the result, whatever you can say to me, because I'm really curious about the program. I'm really curious about what can I contribute for the next step. Thank you.
Absolutely, yes. I think for me, as a young individual, as like a student, I think the most impactful thing is to demonstrate through our process that action can be taken. And it's even more interesting to see what an established program like in Taiwan looks like, what our starting program like in Japan and Thailand looks like, and seeing all of us kind of in different stages of development and seeing the possibility of moving forward that has the most power in terms of what the students who are involved get to see and get to be inspired by. Because students they're going to graduate in 4 years. They would come in, they would help us with certain things, maybe strategize social media strategy, help us make content, help us do research. And then once they're 4 years over, they're no longer a student, they move on and have life and profession that they're pursuing. But the experience here, hopefully they'll carry through and understand that action can happen at any scale, at any stage, in any space they're in. Even if they're no longer working with us, they can still carry on this value and this empowerment throughout their whole life.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Maybe another person who'd like to answer.
So yeah.
Okay, yes, please go ahead.
So the Japan team, the mainly research the what poverty is in Japan, from the 2019, the pandemic that started. So my friends that lost the job as a part-time job, when the pandemic prevailed in the world. So and in Japan, many people, the students and their parents and other people, all of the people, they changed their life, and the poverty, the character it changed many time and many type of. So we focus on the research, what poverty is, we don't focus on the one poverty problem. So we think that we have to have many perspective to the poverty. It is because the poverty, I think the poverty has the many kinds of type. So visible poverty and invisible poverty. So we researches the many type. So for example, the interviewing some people and the visiting the people who support the homeless people and the immigrants in Japan and so forth. So yeah, so in summarize, we did research the many kinds of the methods, and we will continue this research in next year to construct the minus plus model and the power to change movement in Japan.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so that was great. That was great. Interesting, very interesting. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for the question. Thank you.
I'm really sorry I need to leave because I have an offline meeting with my client right now.
No.
Terima kasih.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the question.
See you next time. Love from Indonesia, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Okay. Well, at least we got one question, which is great. And I think it's about the time to move to the networking time, if you guys are ready. So maybe Corey. But as maybe before getting to that, let's make a big applause for Corey, Sakan, and Saya. Thank you for the panel. That was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you. 사와디카. 사와디카. 어때요? 커플카. 야,
Okay.
Sorry.
So, for networking, we're going to use the breakout rooms. And I'm sure there are going to be some people who wouldn't be able to join this with various reasons. So just before that, I'd like to go back to the question that Saya made, the small question. yeah, this is what is your small question, because all the actions always based on the small questions, we believe. Please read this QR code in the next page, and then if you could put your answer, so then I can show everyone's questions on the slide, that would be amazing.
Ventilator. Enter word. We just put here the question.
Yeah.
First time using me.
Okay, cool. Corey, can I share my screen? Is that okay?
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Okay, I just submit. Next question. Oh.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Future plans, stress on the land, how to feel without stress, how to feed without stress. Okay. Freedom, why do I get very hungry? That's a very good question. Oh yeah, that's so interesting. What can I do tomorrow? Why am I so privileged? That's a deep one. How can we connect? Who are you?
Freedom.
I'm curious. What makes people happy? How to make a peace?
Wow, nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How to make a peace? Well, that's a big question. Some of them is not very small, but maybe small. Maybe it's a simple.
How can we become happy?
Okay, what makes people happy?
Deep conversation.
Yeah, nice. Okay, thanks so much, guys. We'll share this. I will put it on the slides, and if you guys interested in getting all the slides that we're using today, let us know, because we can. Thanks so much for answering that. And finally, we are going to the networking time. But now, if you are not able to join the networking, please feel free to leave the room. Leave the Zoom. It would be nice if you could just say bye, on the chat, then we know who's leaving. Yeah, let's see who is still here. Who's up to talk? All right. Also, I'm just going to talk it in Japanese. 8時で、通訳の方が抜けられますので、英語でのコミュニケーションちょっとやめときますっていう方、ここで一旦終わりとなりますので、ありがとうございます。So, all right. How many are we now? Quite a lot. Okay, great. Thanks so much, guys. So we're going to make a breakout rooms. One room will be 5 people, and please get connected to all those lovely people who are coming here and standing on the same page. But if you would like to have some sort of topic that you want to communicate with other people, here is one of the formats that we'd like to suggest you. So Saya,
hi.
Can you explain briefly what kind of things going on in here?
Okay. This is 3 of us, Corey and Saku. We reflect our journey last 1 year and what we learned and what we unlearn. It means let it go. because we need space to bring new things thought. So unlearn is the key actually. And again, we learn. So my part, like from Yasu, I realized like invisible poverty, and I learned about maybe use imagination for invisible things and people. This is what I learned, example. And unlearn is from Corey. Like I'm always telling I'm significant, I cannot do anything like that, but I'm not insignificant. I'm enough. And I'm brave enough to open eyes to the reality, face the problem, because I have network, challenge network, not only 3 countries. And Lilan is, we face to serious problem. That's why we need hope and love. Yeah. And just as a person, I want to be who I needed when I was younger. This is what I relearn. So maybe you can just use this format if you want. Yeah.
Thank you. And also, Corey, is this yours?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm in the middle. All right.
Oh, don't worry, Saka's not going to be able to do it. So you're going to be the last.
You're the last person,
So for me, I think learning is to ask for help. When I need help, voice out. Don't wait until the last minute or wait until I'm all stressed out, and that's one. And the unlearn, I think, with everything that I learned in school, with all these performance, it's always somehow that when there's no performance, we cannot move forward. But what I need to unlearn is that it's not about performance, idiot. It's about us working towards it together, and then we'll find ways. And what I need to relearn is business acumen. Now it's very, very clear that corporate need to be involved. So we also, as we go forward, we need to have ways to work together, and we need to understand business so that connection will be faster and we can move forward together. All right, thank you.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Okay, so free to use this format, not yet, with the people who is in the same room, or like you can freely have a conversation, like sharing about like thought or feeling you got from this event, or you can also talk about the small questions that you put before. So it's completely up to you. And also, what was I going to say? Please let me know. I mean, please write on a chat if there are anyone who would like to just listen to, but not be able to talk. So then we will put you some marks and then make sure that people don't get confused. Okay. We will get you back at 8:20. Okay, 8:20. So for about 70 minutes, you can enjoy connecting with other people. Shokun, you ready? Okay, just one more minute. Okay, there are some people telling us. Okay. Thank you, Hasu. Okay. Okay, we'll set in the 15 minutes. Okay. All right. Learn, unlearn, and relearn.
And just sharing what they feel okay as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. And please don't forget to introduce yourself in the beginning as well. Okay, so let's do it. All right. See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Hold up. Nanako.
お久しぶりです。
元気？
元気ですよ。
Oh, cool. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Welcome
so much
back.
fun.
Welcome back. All right. So I believe there are 3 teams actively having a conversation, and it seems like you guys had a good time. So can one each groups prepare one person to just share what you've talked about briefly? Maybe 1 minute each. Yeah. Well, okay, Keisuke needs to go. What a shambles. No worries. Keisuke, thank you so much. So maybe I will pass the ball Tammy, because I know you're very good at this. Can you share what kind of conversation you had in your room, please?
Yeah. So in my team, I'm actually surrounded by a bunch of warm Japanese friends that was that were invited by Saya, and then was one of the lady from Boston Consulting shared about today she actually learned a lot about the young people's issues in Japan that was never heard of by her. And it was very refreshing, and also is a big learning. And then possibly we can work out together. What can we do? And then in my group, there's another guy. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I'm sorry.
Keisuke, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we also talk about what he did, and then what he tried to bring to the young generation, young kids. And then we will share about our learning, our journey over this last 1 year, cross country, cross borders, and possibly there's a collaboration also with him in the future. And if there's any company with a mindset of game changer, really want to do something, he's very happy to share with me, so we can go visit next year in Japan. So that's it from my group.
Thank you very much. Perfect, Tammy. Okay, then I'll move to Nanako, please.
Okay, like we just like talking about our university life. Like one of the girl is in Kyoto, and like we just like ask like why did she know about Global Center and like this event so far? And then like she answered like she invited from Saya-san, and yeah, like most of like student and like most of like people really like to join her. So that's why like today like we like I made a lot of like good person. So yeah, and like I just want to say thank you for all to invite me also.
Thank you so much. Nice to have you back. She used to be also like helping us for the project. So thank you, Nanako.
Thank you.
So for the end, I'd like to call for Inada-san. Thank you very much for joining. If you don't mind sharing your conversation, that'll be amazing.
Okay, thank you very much. I guess I'm not the right person to explain what we talking about, but when one of my roommate, Yuta-san, who is working for the Boston Consulting, was in USA. He was involved in some kind of the very small and cheap housing project for sharing the poverty people. Then also Yasu-san, as he talked, he is trying to he's focusing on the urban development plan. So I felt that in some countries they have something, but some countries doesn't have. So and I'm working for the trading company. Maybe I'm one of the biggest CO2 producer in the world. So I want to do something to contribute the earth. So I thought our task, one of our tasks is to, facilitate and connect the network in the world. Then, yeah, that's my thought.
Beautiful.
Is that okay?
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing it, everyone. And also joining the networking, which made me really, really happy. So finally, I think Cora is so ready to give a closure. Off you go, Corey.
Okay, thank you. I think just now when Inada-san was sharing about connecting the bridges with the network tradings, I think that's what we need right now, is that we know each other's exist, and there's people know that there's other potential pathways that we can connect. And I think that is the first step, that when we connect together, we can move towards to this. And I think we continue to innovate together, and now it's easier for us to connect through online face to face, and we can drive this collective action together, because even though all of our actions are small, but combine that 6 to 8 months, it's a huge progress already. And then lastly, let's speak out for each other so that other people can know about it. And for those of you, let's go to Bangkok if you can make it in February.
Please.
Let's see each other in person, right? So
yeah.
So
welcome.
So because I'm very, 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 very short, but I look taller in here, so you will know how short I am when we meet in person. Okay. So let's do that. Let's connect online tomorrow. Let's message each other, and we know who you are, and then let's try to organize time to meet again online, and let's go meet each other in Bangkok. And then now we have a secret professor that nobody knows. Maybe he will show us around, right? All right. Thank you. That's for me. Thank you.
Thanks.
And then
Thank you.
There's other things from the team also, please. Yeah.
That's a great idea. If there are anyone who'd like to come to Bangkok with us in February, let us know. We would have a great trip together. So just before ending, one thing, here is the feedback form. Will be lovely if you could, reflection form. If you could fill out and send us, that would be amazing. In case we will send it after this session, maybe perhaps tomorrow, for everyone who applied for the event. But it's going to help us a lot if you could let us hear your opinions about the event, because we're going to have this again 1 year later. So
in Japan, right?
Yeah.
1 year?
1 year. 1 year later.
Too long.
I know. No,
we're coming to
Bangkok life.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Bangkok
There is
life.
other things that I'd like to inform you guys before finishing. So, Corey, can you go to another page, please? So this is not particularly the event, but this is from Yasu. Yasu, thank you very much for putting this. As a Japan team, we need more friends. I mean, we need our allies on the student side of enterprises. So I know there are actually not many people left here, but if you know any other people who would be interested in joining us, just please spread the word. Please spread the word.
Yes.
Yeah, we need more backup for Yasu.
Yeah, hidden agenda is recruiting his member. Yeah.
And here are the upcoming events. Saka, don't worry, here we go. We can all meet up here again. Christina?
Okay, yeah, thank you for bringing this to it. So we from Power to Change movement team here, we have several upcoming events coming up. So this so far, we aside from Power to Change movement forum that we did today, we also organized this Power to Change talk series from the beginning of this year. So it's not just Taiwan Taiwan team is doing it. So aside from that, a Thailand team is doing it. Hopefully in the future, when more people joining Yasu team, Japan team will be doing it as well. So aside from that, actually, we would like to invite you to join. Although now is almost the end of November, we will have three more talk series here that would like you to join us. Is actually on Saturday morning, 11 to 12 p.m. It's GMT +8, so it's Taiwan time. So this talk series is actually we invite different people from different part of the world who would like to make change in their own environment, and they come to share their stories. So this coming Saturday one is about Gibbon Conservation Society. Is founded in Malaysia, founded by one woman. So this guest speaker Brian is one of the collaborators together. So yes, feel free to come join, and yeah, if you are interested in becoming one of the guest speaker next year, hit me up. Just we can talk about it. So you can see Power to Change Taiwan. We have this Instagram account name at the bottom, and also Facebook name at the bottom as well. So you can link us up, contact us using that platform as well. Thank you. Back to you, Hila.
Thanks so much. So we are really in the end, okay? But please follow us if you are actually now up to join the group, the team, to make the change a better place. I really wanted to put the We Are the World on the ending. I really thought about it, but I was like a little bit too much. So, but I hope you all guys had a great time, and we all hope that you actually had a good takeaway from tonight. And I hope to see you everyone soon again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night, guys.
Thank you, Hila. Thank you,
Lovely.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome you to Bangkok, Thailand soon. See you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ miss you. Bye bye.
Safe flight, Saku.
I'm so sorry.
Getting on the plane.
Bye. Yeah. See you.
See you guys.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.